Hey my YouTube lovers, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I want to talk about what to expect when you're getting off the ship. Debarkation. It's time to go home. Time to pack those bags up. And time to get off that ship. Your fun vacation is officially coming to an end. Time to go back home to your everyday life. It's a sad time for most. It's a happy time for some. But I'm going to talk about my experience and some things you should know and things you should expect when you're debarkation, getting off the ship. So the first thing, before we talk about the actual day of getting off the ship, we have to talk about the day before. So the day before, I'm mostly talking about Carnival Cruise Line. Carnival Fun Time is going to be jam-packed with activities like all day. Usually it's a sea day depending on the cruise. It may be a port day, but 90% of the time it's a sea day. And they're going to have so many activities all day long. You're going to go out, eat breakfast, be sitting on Lido deck, and come back to your room and find a piece of paper like this saying debarkation information. So I'm going to go through the sheet of paper, what the rules are, and tell you some tips that I personally use to help your debarkation process run smoothly for you. So again, the first step is you get this piece of paper, and I'm looking down at the paper as well. On most channels, this one said channel 13, we just got the magic. It's going to be a debarkation talk, which is usually a cruise director making a video telling you everything you need to know. Whether you're a first-time cruiser or you've been on 13 cruises, watch the video. It's a lot of helpful information to help you get through your debarkation process smoothly. What I personally like to do, tip number one I'm going to give to you guys is I take some time over the course of my cruise to start packing. So like day 4, if I'm on a 7-day cruise, day 4 or 5, I'm washing my clothes up that we already wore, and I'm putting them inside my luggage. So the day before the day we getting off the ship, I have pretty much 90% of my stuff packed up and just the few things we need to go for the next day. Let me finish going through debarkation. So that's just a tip for you. Start packing early. I mean, if you wore stuff that you ain't gonna wear no more, pack it up. Why wait till the last minute? But you're gonna have a debarkation video playing on channel 13 or whatever channel. You need to watch it. If you have any cash, if you went to the casino, you got chips, or you got money on your card, cash it out, please. I have run back chips from cruises because you partying and the night before you having fun, you forgot. Casino is closed the morning you get off the ship. Repeating, casino is closed the morning you get off the ship. Cash your chips in the day before, or else you're going home with a bunch of chips that you can't use at home. So that's the tip. Another tip that Carnival requires you, the day of debarkation, you have to be out your stateroom by 8 a.m. That means your bags, your body, everybody out the stateroom by 8 a.m. You need to make sure you have in your hand your passport and your selling sign card. This is very, very important to get out the gangway. Also, if you purchase liquor, it's going to be delivered to you. If it's on a 7-day cruise or longer, it'll be delivered to your stateroom the night before. If you're on a 3-day cruise, like I have done many times before, you have to go pick up your liquor between 5 a.m. and I know it started at 5 a.m. From a certain area of the ship. So keep that in mind also. The morning of your debarkation, you have to go pick up your liquor. If you're on a shorter cruise. Longer cruises is now delivered to your stateroom. Let me see. There are 2 different types of debarkation. One is express debarkation, meaning you're taking all your bags, all your luggage, everything off the ship with you. That means you just say, hey, I'm getting off the ship. Give me my bags. I'm not putting anything outside. I'm going to carry my luggage outside with me. Tug your luggage on out. That is express debarkation. The second option and the most popular option is check luggage. The night before, they switched over recently, but the night before you'll get this paper along with zone tags. And they have numbers from like 1 through 30, 32, depending on your ship. Now, on the Carnival Magic, You have to pick these up in a designated area of the ship. It was no longer sitting on our bed like it's used to be. So I'm not sure if all ships on Carnival Fleet have switched over to the option, but I know on the Magic, when we went back in June, we had to go to a designated area of the ship and pick up our zone tags. So you could pick up 2 different types of zone tags, depending on if you have an early flight. You can pick up an early zone tag, I mean you get off the ship between 8:15 and 9 o'clock, or a later zone tag, which is 9:45. They basically want everybody off the ship by 9:45, so that the crew can get everything ready for the next group of people coming aboard the ship. So just think back to you first boarded. You boarded the ship by 10:15, like, oh my God, I want the ship so early. That's because when you debarkation, you're getting off early too. So that's kind of the flip side of it. You know, you want to board the ship early, but they got to have time to clean the stateroom, get the meals prepared, and get everything clean and shiny for the next group of cruisers. So that's another tip. So what do? You out your room by 8 o'clock? What's some things you could do? Well, if you're getting up the, you can start over. If you express debarkation to carrying your luggage, there are certain areas of the ship that you can sit in. You can sit on little deck. They have breakfast available for you. You can sit on deck 3, the lobby area. They have different areas you can sit and wait with your bags until custom clears the ship, and then you carry your luggage off. You do not go to the gangway until they announce we're now starting the debarkation process. This is the morning of debarkation. Usually on every Carnival ship, those who are self-assist carrying your own bags off the ship, they get called off first. Then they start calling zone tag numbers. So if you're driving, you should get off first because you want to hit the expressway. You're on the road. We never drove before. We usually flight, well, we only flew into every cruise. So we always pick a later zone tag, like 30, 32, whichever one the latest one possible, because we normally have a late flight. That's another thing. If you're flying out the day of your cruise, it's recommended not to book a flight until at least 1 p.m. because anything can happen with the debarkation process. Most cruises, they try to get you off the ship as soon as possible, but because custom have to clear the ship, it could be later. I have seen times when a ship had ran into fog where the debarkation process was delayed. So if you try to book like these 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock flights because they are kind of cheaper, you might miss your flight. So I definitely recommend booking that flight at least 12:30-ish and later, just for your peace of mind and your safety. So with the check luggage, wait till they call your zone tag. Do not go down there early because there's going to be a bunch of people waiting to get off the ship. What's the rush? We normally go and get breakfast. After we check our bags, we get breakfast. We sit around on the Lido deck and wait around and just chill out and try to be the last people off the ship for debarkation. So how do you check your bags? You may ask, I didn't cover that. Okay. The night before, you pack it up your stateroom between the hours of 9 p.m. and 11 p.m. Pack up all your luggage, except your toiletries and something to wear home, okay? Put that in your carry-on bag. Keep out a small amount of toiletries for you and your family, an outfit to wear home in your carry-on bag. You take this, attach it to your luggage, bam, and put this on your luggage, set it outside your room. There going to be attendants to come and collect all the luggage from outside the doors and take it off into a holding area so you can get off the ship. Once you get off the ship, you go to the area that has zone 30 and your luggage will be there. It's never a problem. There's no need to be scared. What's going to happen to my bags overnight? Nothing's going to happen to your bags. But it have to be out there by 11 p.m. Honestly, I put my bags out there as late as 11:30 and they picked up my bags, but they don't always guarantee you to pick up your bags. It definitely was a courtesy, and I appreciate Carnival for that. So definitely, if you can, sometime the day before your cruise is ending, if you're going on a 7-day cruise, Sunday to Sunday, sometime during that Saturday, I know it's a lot of activities booked, take some time to pack your luggage. If you want to be like me, pack day 4. We traveled on our last cruise with 3 kids, and it was a family of 5. I literally started packing everybody's luggage, washing things up by day 5. We already wore these clothes, packed these clothes up. Here's a small section of things left over. So the day before, I can grab everything, put it in. I spend maybe 30 minutes because the bulk of my packing is done. And I pack for everybody in my family just to make sure everything's back in their place. Pack clean clothes, dirty clothes, make sure we check under the beds, make sure everything is together. So it's easy for me to pack that way. If it works for you, definitely do that. Pack midway through your cruise. Let's see if I want to miss anything else. This is important. Depending on how you fund your Southern Sign account, if you fund it with cash, make sure you go down to guest services and make sure you don't have any outstanding balance. If you still have money on your account, you may want to close out your account and get the cash back you have left over. But if you have an outstanding balance, try to do it the day before. I'm going to give you a tip about that in a minute. If you use cash and you fund your account, guest services open 24 hours. Don't go in that line at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Get your butt up at like 2, 3, 4 in the morning and go to guest services. Everybody's asleep, nobody's in line. Trust me. On the day before debarkation, the line is wrapped around a corner. People trying to set up their account. They use cash. Please, you'll be spending hours in line trying to wait to set up your account. Get up, set your alarm clock, go down to your PJs at 4 or 5 in the morning, set up your account, go back to bed till 7, whatever. It's easy, and I have done it when I use cash on all my cruises because who wants to wait in that line? Now that I'm priority, the line can still be long, but it's a little bit better because I have a shorter line to go to when you're priority or fast to the front. But major tip, please, nothing else you learn from this video. If you have an account with cash, either settle up early in the morning the day before, which you don't want to do because you may want to buy stuff, or go at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning if you can. Wake up early on debarkation morning. You would thank me for that tip. Trust me. If you use a credit card on your account, there is no need to go to guest services. You don't have to go. Do not go to guest services. Do not go to guest services. The beauty about using a credit card to your account is, say for example, you took a picture and you want this picture, you can go buy that picture because the photo options are still available. You can use your Southern Sign card on the morning debarkation to purchase that last minute photo you may want to purchase. So that's a beauty part of it. Another tip. I told you about the liquor tip. Okay, maybe we'll show up. I gave everything. If you use cash and you have less than $10 on your account, you can choose to have it donated to St. Jude, or you could choose to cash it out. I think one cruise I had like $2 left on the account. I wasn't going down there. I just let it get donated to Jude for St. Jude. Yeah, been a big problem. And let me see. I think that's pretty much it for debarkation morning. Be prepared for a long, tiresome morning because you've been on party all night long the night before. They're going to have comedians up to midnight. The dance party's going to be going on. The bar's going to be open late. They're going to have the amazing lip sync battle show or other type of shows in the main theater. You're going to try to catch everything the last day, the last night. Some nights I'm going to be until like 2 in the morning, just trying to get everything in, walking around the ship, because just like I'm getting off the ship the next day. Look, you're going to be tired, okay? Debarkation morning can be long, it can be stressful, but if you follow these tips, pack early. If you use cash, go down there between 2 and 5 in the morning. Nobody's really down there. If you use a credit card, you ain't got to worry about going down there. Get your bags out early so you can enjoy your evening. It'll make it less stressful for debarkation. So I hope you learned something from this debarkation video. Debarkation is always a very sad day for me because I love cruising. I am truly a cruiser, but it's always bittersweet because I know I always have another cruise book because I always keep me a little cruise book. You know, I'm never without a cruise booked when I go on a cruise. So that's just another tip of mine. So again, I hope you like this video. If there's anything else you want to know about the debarkation process or any other tips, leave a comment down below. If I forgot something and you are a cruiser, leave a comment down below to help somebody else out. You know what I mean? Because I don't know everything. I'm not Mrs. Cruiser, you know, but I'm just here to try to help and pass on information and knowledge that I know. So again, thanks so much for watching this video. Like, subscribe. Until the next video, peace, my loves.